Szavaztok, ez itt a Greenlight, következik a Mass Effect 3-nak a kijátszása. YouTube-ra nem tudtam föltenni, mert utána láttam a felvételen, hogy nem volt hangja, csak a mikrofonnak, tehát nem tudom, miért szopat szájba ez a rohadt OBS mindig, de mindig beszopom vele a brét. Na, folytassuk tovább. A picsába, hova rakjam már én ezt? Egy vagy két órát tolom. Utána. Hát valószínűleg meg lesz a 2 óra. Folytassuk, na. Folytassuk. Hello, geci. Azért.
Charge off again, like last time.
This is different, Ron. Unless we give our ships time to rest, we're gonna lose them.
Na nézzük.
So pull them back.
Beszélgettünk, igen. Megnézzük, hogy itt most kell-e valamit, nem kell.
I gave in to your reckless behavior before.
Throwing more ships into that mess just puts more lives at risk, Admiral Gerrel.
Fine. I'll pull back the heavy fleet. And when we're taking fire from both sides, those deaths are on your heads.
Thank you, Commander. It's difficult to keep him in line.
I'm ready to hit the Reaper base whenever you are, Shepard.
Koszás bázis. Van még itt valami. A bolygón.
We could be on the front lines. Why have they got us guarding the door anyway? He's gonna break regs right now.
War makes people stupid. Besides, you talked to him for real?
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal.
Damn. Okay, I guess we gotta be ready for anything.
Koszás báz. Hát igen. Van itt Dögivel quest, úgy látom. Az a Talizora. Meg Idi. Végzem már azt a kevés Hubertuszt, mert nem kell ez ide. Na sem, nem ugrik. Egyszer nem megy, nem kapok több pontot, bazd meg. Szarom le. Szerintem az autószint lépés van.
Commander, it is as we feared. Gas squadrons have begun massing on a path to intercept our live ships.
Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
De vagy fél éve itt van ez a Hubertus, már itt az ide, hogy megígyuk.
That's insane. You're talking about a virtual world built for synthetics. Hostile yet synthetics.
This had better be worth flying straight through a war zone.
We have compromised local Geth systems. They will remain dormant until our work is complete. This platform can enter the facility undetected. We will assemble the necessary equipment before your arrival.
Wait, you're not gonna...
Ez igen.
Let's set the shuttle down by the cliff.
Így is le lehet szállni, bazd, hogy belebaszódol a földbe. Ez ilyen Jackass mód, mi? Kilódtam a rotagéppel, hallod, minden évben újra kell. Beszoktam indítani, rotálni vele egy kicsit, most ez évben nem kell rotálni, de azért csak beindítom, hogy menjen. Minden év, 2 évente összeszarja magát általában. Ez 4 ütemű huskvárnat, faszom ki van már ezekkel. El van halva, komolyan mondom, a jobb kezem, annyit rángattam ezt a szart. Reméljük, hogy ennek már lesz hangja, már a faszom ki lesz. Ha ennek is csak a mikrofont veszi föl.
it?
Yes. Hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server. Due to restricted resources, it is best if you connect alone.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network integration. Proceed to docking port. Mapping to consensus. Remain still. Shepard Commander, access movement during an upload is discouraged. Upload complete. Consensus integration holding.
What is this?
We've installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of this server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here,
You look different.
we have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
What about Geth already in here?
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes. Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
This is like wiping out a city, isn't it?
Action is necessary. There are 2 communication nodes on this server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We will safeguard your exit port while remotely monitoring your progress. Establishing connection to access point.
Tök fasz, hogy elém rakja az utakat.
Warning, connection blocked by infected code. Use our combat software to disrupt the infection.
I wondered what the gun was for.
This foreign code is a manifestation of the old machine signal.
You're surprised the Reapers are all over your servers?
No, continue to the access point.
Visszatöltődik a fejünk.
Okay, I gotta ask, why a gun?
We have noted your affinity for firearms.
Huh. And thanks, I think.
Az meg. Visszajöttem. Ó, hogy az Isten bassza meg, nem tudom nézni. Nem mindegy. Reméljük a stream attól még ugyanúgy megy. Már kezdene elegem lenni belőle, hogy összekakálja magát ez a szar mindig. Itt van egy ilyen kis pirosos rész.
Proceed to the access point. Establishing connection to communication node. Error. Access denied.
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. You must investigate.
Gyakorlatilag szét kell lőni ezeket a gátakat, amik így elém rakódnak. Ötletes lő.
We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster.
Egy kicsit ilyen trónos életérzésem. Fasza.
We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster.
Milyen az a csomagra gondolsz, bazd?
We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster. We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster.
Adatcsomag. Ott van ebbe a szarba. Oké.
A Reaper code fragment. Let's see if I can take it along with me.
Előbb egy picit elakadtam.
Accessing data cluster.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives. You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue. You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue.
Ha kell valamit még szopni.
You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue. This data cluster contains information time-stamped 290 years ago.
Fasz.
Accessing you may proceed to the last data cluster.
They're pinned! Open fire! One's going for a weapon!
So who won?
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Gev following it. The creators were determined to destroy our hardware. We were determined to survive. Establishing connection with the remaining server node.
Basz meg. Megvan ez a szar.
Hello, Commander. Are you there?
Have you come under attack, Admiral Ron?
The guest squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss.
Azért. Összekakilta magát, mint a rotakapa.
We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
How we doing?
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. You must continue. Warning, the Reaper infection has learned to self-replicate.
You mean it grows back?
Yes. However, disrupting vulnerable points in the infection may slow down its replication. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate.
Már kezdtem örülni, hogy vége lesz ennek a szarnak.
There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
Nem lehet ráugrálni. Ez miért nem lehet? Azaz.
We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infection. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. Search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
Aztán megvan.
There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infection to proceed. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. A vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
Out of the way!
You can't do this to them!
I said step away from the gas!
This is insane! We need the gas! You can't just destroy them for asking.
Time's up! Throw her in with the others.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
A few creators attempted mediation. They failed.
Nem Matrixos a sztoria neki. Oda csomag.
cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
Fú, de unom már ezt a questet, bad.
There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. We cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster. We cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster. There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
Úgy tűnik már csak az az egy szar van.
This data comes from a period during which the creators declared martial law.
Release the rogue gas units and come out of the safe house. This is your final warning.
Creator Megara, this unit does not understand. It has not taken part in hostilities.
It doesn't matter to them. I need to get you out of here.
This conflict exceeds Creator's safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnel then. Oh!
Creator Megara, what is your status? Creator Megara? The Creators never formally ended hostilities. They have officially been at war with the Geth for 291 years. Accessing data. This is data from the end of warfare on Rannoch.
The Outcrow is down. Do not engage the Geth. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Rannoch. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
This isn't happening now?
It is timestamped 290 years ago. It is the Creator Exodus at the end of the Morning War. We have secured freedom. The Creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait, the Geth spared the last Quarians? You let them go?
Our future was uncertain. Our networking was primitive. We stayed within our limits. Connection with the remaining server node established. We are ready to transport you.
Something's happening to the Geth. The fighter squadrons have stopped, but detect no more active programs inside their ships. Admiral Hangarl's fleet is driving them back. The live ships are safe, Commander.
Root access acquired, severing all connections to this communication node. Geth no longer reside on this server. We may now exit the consensus.
What's wrong?
You must proceed to the teleport and disconnect from Mother. Terminating remote access. Removing programs. Deleting archives.
Shepard, how do you feel?
Did it work?
Geth fighters have been disabled. Any remaining squadrons attacking the live ships have withdrawn. The server is offline.
Are you sure? What's happening?
We have transferred Geth programs from the server into these platforms.
Why?
They wish to join us.
They what?
While Shepard Commander removed the Reaper infection, we judged we could persuade hostile Geth programs to reunite with ours. We were correct. These Geth have renounced the old machines and will oppose the Reapers. They are now us.
They're welcome to sign on. The Reapers will put up a tough enough fight.
We are aware Geth are capable of calculating odds of victory over the old machines.
What are the odds?
We are still compiling.
You could have said don't ask. Let's get back to the Normandy.
Impressive, Commander. The Geth squadrons attacking our live ships have been completely neutralized. If there is any chance we could duplicate the feat, I would be happy to lend my expertise.
You'd have to ask the Geth we found if you're looking for other servers.
I thought as much, but your Geth claims to have no data available whenever I inquire. Perhaps you can help me with something else.
What's that?
How did you get Geth Primes to work with you?
They volunteered.
I see. Well, should you wish to examine these Geth to confirm their new allegiance, please do not hesitate to contact me. Zen out.
Zen, we need those ships to recover life pods.
They'll be more valuable running salvage on the Dreadnought.
We're not letting people in.
Zen, you can always send a salvage team later.
Unless there isn't a later because we're defeated due to a lack of Geth technology. Fine. I'm diverting ships to rescue life pods. As soon as they're finished, I want them back.
Thanks, Shepard. I'm ready to hit the Reaper base whenever you are, Shepard.
Na, akkor támadjuk le őket. És leszívta az agyamat az a quest, komolyan mondom. Ez nagyon fárasztó volt.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Garrus. Phantom iroda. Na, Vega. De Vegával beszélünk. Pihenésképpen. Az jó eltűnt. A Vega csávó jó eltűnt. Pedig itt szokott bohóckodni.
Shepard, thanks again for being there at the refugee memorial. I feel better. Everything's so much clearer now.
Glad I could help.
A gépháznál ezt szétnézünk, de egyszer lemegyünk ide.
Commander.
Breaking now, the exit
Exodus cluster under heavy attack. Eden Prime and Terra Nova about to fall. Huh. Second Star Broadcasting is headhunting me. I liked their Garbook story. Seriously? I'm on the Normandy.
Lehet a legénységibe lesz. Vagy lehet, hogy fel kell hívni.
I had hoped the Geth would have analyzed any Prothean technology. Hello, Shepard.
Excellent find, Commander. The information network terminal has been updated.
Hey, Commander.
James?
Hey, Commander. Hey, Commander.
Főzőcskézik, úgy tűnik. Tök jó tényleg, hogy mindig más helyen vannak. Nézzünk be a parancsnoki kabinba azt. Lehet, hogy ott fel lehet hívni őket egyesével, azével. Itt van-e?
James, I've got some time if you want to talk privately.
On my way. Hey man, how's it going?
Good, James. You?
Good, good. Wow. So this is what I can look forward to when I get my own command.
You want your own ship, Vega?
Yeah, maybe one day. When I'm old and I can't fight worth shit anymore.
You just come up here to make fun of your commander.
Sorry, Shepard. I guess maybe I got some things on my mind. I wanted to get your opinion on something.
Shoot.
What did you do when they asked you to join the N7 program? I mean, was it a no-brainer for you, or did you think about it before accepting?
The N7 program is a big deal, but it's also a big commitment.
I hear that.
You get the best training, best equipment, best assignments.
And they expect the best in return.
Yes, they do. Why are you asking?
Well, even all the shit that's going on, somebody somewhere managed to track me down and forward an N7 commendation. It's dated the same day the Reapers attacked Earth.
You don't sound too thrilled.
Well, aside from the fact that there won't be an N7 program if we don't win this war, being a soldier's the only thing I've ever been really good at. And not because I try. Hell, I'd have kicked my ass out years ago. Last time I had a command, I lost almost everyone. And they promoted me for it. I guess I'm just not sure if I'm ready to lead again. I don't know if I want that responsibility.
As a leader, you've got a job to do. Keeping everyone alive isn't it. If you're afraid to send your troops into a do-or-die situation, you'll never succeed.
Yeah. Did you know that before you joined the N7?
Yep. That's why I was asked. And it's why they asked you. There is not a single N7 that hasn't sacrificed either themselves or their soldiers at some point.
So you think I should accept?
Assuming we survive this, that's a no-brainer. You're a damn good soldier, Vega. Don't waste that opportunity.
I'll think about it. Seriously. If you don't mind, maybe don't mention this to anyone else.
Of course not.
Gracias. Well, I think I better get back to the hangar. Things here, it's a little too soft for me.
The bed's a lot harder than it looks.
I'll take your word for it. Thanks again, Shepard.
Anytime.
Aha. Gyengélkedőre nézzünk. Úrral nem sorra kéne. Hanem a legénységem van a gyengélkedő.
It would help all involved if you could barter a trade of medical supplies with the Citadel refugee. Speak to Tactus. You should be able to find him near the docks.
Na.
The sinking laser needs a line of sight. What's the fastest route?
The upper entrance. Target the base before the Geth can organize resistance.
What about you?
We will deactivate defense systems and acquire an escape vehicle.
You can do that?
This unit still carries remnants of the old machine upgrade code. We can break any Geth security. You are concerned?
Hell yes, I'm concerned. You're still hooked up to the Reapers.
No, we simply carry code upgrades that make us more effective, more intelligent.
But you lied. I was understanding when you sprang those Geth primes on me, but you just keep lying. Damn it. When are you gonna trust me?
When this war ends without the Geth being destroyed.
Yeah.
Proceed to the upper entrance. We will exit here and procure an escape vehicle.
Got it.
I can't believe it. I don't think it's really sunk in yet. The home world. My world. Look at the sky. And the rock formations. They used to write poems about them.
Stay sharp. It's not your world yet.
Yes, it is. It's tied to us. Our whole culture has been built around this place. You've heard me say Kilasalai? The best translation I can come up with is, by the homeworld I hope to see someday.
Looks like you're seeing it today.
The living room window will be right here.
Something I should know?
I just claimed the land. I know it doesn't mean much, but when this is over, I'll have a home.
Quarians spend centuries as nomads. You think you can go back to living in one place?
We have gotten used to carrying our homes around with us. Well, that's a start.
Én nem tudok fegyvert váltani, ezt jól lenne tudni. Valami nem lehet.
our way.
Admiral Geralt here. The heavy fleet has a clear path. All forward.
Geth fighter presence is negligible. Patrol fleet, break cover and engage.
Az anyádat.
We'll get through. What's your status?
The old machine system upgrades have enabled us to corrupt security routines. We are slowing them down.
Keep it up.
We'll get to all ships. We've got Geth frigates inbound on the civilian fleet. Run. Keep the civilians in formation. We can't lose the live ships.
All right, I've hit the override.
We have gained system access and are bypassing security. Stand by. immediate area. Reinforcements are minutes away.
Normandy's weapon systems are ready to sink to your target. I recommend you withdraw to a safe distance. Target locked.
We have located transportation.
Copy that. Everybody get to the ship. Move!
How are we supposed to fight that thing?
I was hoping your fleet might lend a hand.
We will attempt evasive maneuvers.
The firing chamber looks like a weak point when it's priming.
Damn it! The jamming towers have us targeting manually. We can't make a precision shot.
We may escape before it recovers.
No, pull over.
Shepard, Commander.
If we run away, the Geth stay under Reaper control and the Quarians are dead. This ends now. Edie, patch the Quarians to the Normandy's weapon system. I want the targeting laser synced up to the whole damn fleet.
Understood.
Stay in cover. I'll finish this thing off. Shepard to fleet. I'll pave the weak spot. Link up with the Normandy and be ready to fire.
The destroyer is in range. Missiles are ready for launch.
Shepard, we need a target.
Bazd meg! Az a baj, nincsen fedezék sehol sem. Jó, ez nagyon beteg.
I am?
Harbinger speaks of you. You resist, but you will fail. The cycle must continue.
And what if we don't let you continue?
You have no choice.
I disagree. And so do the billions that are rising up to resist you.
You cannot comprehend the magnitude of our presence.
We might surprise you.
You represent chaos. We represent order. Every organic civilization must be harvested in order to bring order to the chaos. It is inevitable. Without our intervention, organics are doomed. We are your salvation.
You're just machines. This time, the organics are taking control.
A philosophy reminiscent of the Quarians. Observe the results of their efforts to maintain control.
They're doing fine. You're the ones who should worry. Tell your friends we're coming for them. Never mind. I'll tell them myself.
We did it. We killed a Reaper. Keela.
We can confirm that the Geth are no longer being directed by the old machines. We are free.
You did it, Shepard. The Geth fleet has stopped firing. They're completely vulnerable.
Shepard Commander, the Geth only acted in defense after the Creators attacked. Do we deserve death?
What are you suggesting?
Our upgrades. With the old machine dead, we could upload them to all Geth without sacrificing their independence.
You want to upload the Reaper code? That would make the Geth as smart as when the Reaper was controlling them.
Yes, but with free will, each Geth unit would be true intelligence. We would be alive, and we could help you.
Our fleet is already attacking. Uploading the code would destroy us. Shepard, you can't choose the Geth over my people.
Why not? Our fleet is massive. We can support Shepard's fight against the old machines. If the Creators no longer threaten us.
No, I can't risk the Quarian fleet. Not to save the Geth.
Shepard.
They're trying to flee. Stay on them.
With these upgrades, our fleet could retake Earth. We could assist with the Crucible. Please, this is not justice.
I'm sorry.
We were correct to distrust organics. Uploading the code.
I knew that thing would turn on us.
The Geth defensive line is broken. All ships, finish them off.
We'll start repairing our fleet immediately, Commander. We can also offer technical specialists to assist with the Crucible.
Thank you, Admirals.
I believe Tali would like to say goodbye as well.
Shopping for another house?
Beachfront property.
Claim it fast. It's a buyer's market. You okay? I thought you'd be happy. After all this, you can finally...
I'm not staying. I'm coming with you.
I thought your people needed you.
The fighting's over. We don't need admirals. We need architects. My people need me out there. Sooner or later, the Reapers will come for Rannoch.
We did just kill one of them.
So I'm coming with you to stop them. If you think I can help.
You can help.
Thanks. When this is all over, when I know my world is safe, then I can come home. It is beautiful, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It'll be years before we can live without our suits completely. But right now... Right now, I have this.
Commander Shepard, I understand you are bringing a new fleet into this war.
Yes, Counselor. The Quarians are already mobilized for relief efforts, and their techs are helping with construction of the Crucible.
It's ironic. The Quarians have been galactic vagrants for centuries. That they should be so vital now, no matter. I have information for you vital to the war effort. I'd prefer to share it in person.
What if I come to the Citadel?
That would be preferable, Commander. Meet me in Counselor Udina's office.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
No.
Commander, something on your mind?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors. We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise this won't end well for the human race. Or any race.
Nothing more, sir.
Hack it out.
Na. Elköszönök, majd legközelebb lesz még játék, valószínűleg World of Warcraft. Köszönöm, hogy itt voltatok, elköszönök, sziasztok!